Hello and welcome to my review of set number 75298, the AT-AT versus Tauntaun Microfighters. It is made for ages 6 plus and features 205 pieces and of course 2 microfighters with 2 minifigures for each microfighter as well. And as you can see here, it's actually a build together set, which just means basically that it includes 2 instruction manuals so that 2 people can build it at the same time. And with that being said, let's look at the instruction manuals. And here they are, number 1 being the AT-AT, and number 2 being the Tauntaun. So basically, you could build it as one person, obviously, but also you could just gift this to 2 people to build simultaneously, so that I think is a nice feature. But yeah, there's nothing really special about them, just regular old instruction manuals. And now let's move on to the actual minifigures. And for the minifigures of the set, we of course have Luke Skywalker here in his Hoth outfit and the AT-AT pilot over there. And Luke Skywalker, what makes him an amazing figure in this set is actually his amazing printing. So basically, first off, of course, he has printing everywhere on his legs, waist, back. But the amazing part about it is actually the one-of-a-kind, so far at least, printing on his face, which is this white printing. He also comes with a second head, which of course it has to be open at the back, but you don't see it because of his helmet anyway. But yeah, the minifigures always had just the face and not this extra detail, so it's great to have this on him now. And another thing is his helmet, of course, which comes with these goggles, and as you can see here, they clip in at the top or on the actual over the eye part there, which looks like this. Yeah, I find this way kind of goofy and awkward looking with this huge goggle piece over his whole face, basically. So I just like to keep it up here. I think that looks much better. But yeah, the helmet has this kind of like open space right here. And quite detailed everywhere. So yeah, amazing figure in my opinion. And of course comes with a stud shooter, as usual for these kind of microfighter sets. And of course Luke also has a figure to fight against in this duo set, you could say. He also comes with a stud shooter as usual and binoculars. However, Luke also comes with binoculars. We'll show that in just a second. But yeah, just a regular old nice looking AT-AT pilot with his nice outfit with printing everywhere as well as the waist, legs, and a nice helmet as well. In my opinion, you have a lot of detail here all around. So yeah, nothing to complain about here. And he does not come with a second face, sadly. Just the regular old face on the front, but still a good figure in my opinion. And now let's move on to the set. And here they are, the 2 little microfighter builds, the Tauntaun and the AT-AT. The Tauntaun is rather nice looking, quite detailed for this brick build physique. I definitely would prefer overall a like fully molded Tauntaun over this brick built one, but of course it's a microfighter, so this is the way you get it. And yeah, quite a bit of detail with this movable tail here, so you can see that that has a ball joint, so it can move. And you have this saddle, which is actually, weirdly enough, 3 studs wide, so that's kind of weird, instead of 2 wide. But yeah, you have these 2 studs here for Luke to sit or stand on, I guess, and this is like the leash type thing there. And as mentioned, this build actually comes with binoculars for Luke as well, but these are actually in white, so a little bit different to the ones you get with the AT-AT pilot. And other than that, there's also a clip to clip Luke's lightsaber in here, so that's very nice to see that Luke's lightsaber is also included here. And yeah, other than that, nice little horns there and cute little eyes printed, of course, with the ears represented like with these teeth pieces. So yeah, overall a nice build in my opinion. Also with these movable little hands. And yeah, that's all for the Tauntaun. And now for the AT-AT Microfighter, I would say overall it turned out way too chubby in my opinion, just too thick on the sides. I don't really know why LEGO decided to go with these big old pieces on the sides there. I would just probably take them off if I were them, but I'm not really into modding my sets, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, looks kind of way too thick compared to the actual thing, but I guess you could just take them off if you really wanted to make it look more realistic. I think Lego just went for this look because it's a Microfighter. It's supposed to look maybe a little bit cute in a way. But yeah, anyway, the head is fully posable, you could say, and these little turrets, cannons, whatever you want to call them, are also posable. And of course, a printed piece right here for, I guess, the cockpit area. And in here, the sitting place for where the minifigure will sit is also quite nice with a printed piece right there. And of course, the legs won't get stuck actually because it's just this one piece holding it, holding the legs of the minifigure in there. So that's quite nice. So yeah, overall a decent minifigure, just not as good as the Tauntaun in my opinion. And also the feet, I think they're kind of too big as well, like bulky. So you can't really, I mean, the legs are movable, but I wouldn't really want to pose this Microfighter too much with the legs. Yeah, overall a good Microfighter, just doesn't really compare to the Tauntaun in my opinion. But yeah, overall a good pair of Microfighters to fight each other, I would say. Obviously doesn't really make sense with the sizes here, since obviously a AT-AT would be way taller than a Tauntaun, but I still think it's a good pairing. I would say maybe the Snowspeeder would have been better, but I think this is still quite nice to see a brick-built Tauntaun like this, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. So finally, what do I think of the set? Well, for $20, it's a pretty good value. Makes sense since it's just two Microfighters together, which each of them would have cost $10. So it's a good value, I would say, and a cool little play set for little kids, maybe, just to play with and build together with, since there's two instruction manuals. So yeah, a nice set overall. Nothing really to complain about, and of course an amazing minifigure here with the Luke as well, and a cheap way to get yourself a pilot for the AT-AT as well. So nothing really major to complain about here. An amazing set for what it is, I would say. And so to wrap up the video, if you enjoyed this video, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated, and thanks for watching.